Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome back into a new lecture, lecture 59. My dear students, this is class first year and I am your teacher Adnan Manu. Dear students, in our previous lecture we started chapter 11, digestion, in which we studied the different types of the digestion, mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. Then different components of the alimentary canal we started, and the first component we explained was the oral cavity. In the oral cavity, we explained the digestion, both mechanical and chemical digestion occur usually in the oral cavity. In the oral cavity, we have teeth, tongue, we have salivary glands, we have which participate in the both type of the digestion, the mechanical digestion and the chemical digestion. During mechanical digestion, usually the crushing of the food occurs, food is grinded and it is broken into small pieces, and then by the chemical digestion, to 5% of the carbohydrates were digested by an enzyme that was present in the saliva, which is called as ptyalin. That enzyme facilitated the digestion of the carbohydrate, and starch digestion usually start in the mouth. So we studied that in oral cavity both type of the digestions occur, the mechanical digestion and the chemical digestion both, and there is no digestion of proteins and lipids here, but only carbohydrates digestion occur through an enzyme called as amylase or ptyalin. Then the swallowing process was explained. Pharynx is next to the oral cavity, which was divided into three parts: oral pharynx, nasopharynx, and laryngopharynx. So, swallowing process, we explained that how the larynx just got raised up and meet the epiglottis, and that way the preventive mechanism established which block the entry of the food particle inside the respiratory tract, because we know that the pharynx is a member of the both respiratory system and the digestive system. So there might be a chance that the food particle may enter into the respiratory system, which can create a great trouble. But we explained that how a preventive mechanism is established, and that preventive mechanism lead the food toward the trachea and then lead to the next part, which is called esophagus. So this was a summary of the yesterday. Now today, sorry, I am here to deliver my lecture on the. We will proceed the digestive system of the human body, and first the human digestive system, and today I am going to explain the esophagus and the stomach. So let's start. First we need to know what is peristalsis. Peristalsis is the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of smooth muscles of alimentary canal. It is important to mention that at the start of lecture 58, I told you that there are four layers of the alimentary canal walls, that is serosum, muscular, submucosa and mucosa. So the muscular layer are the smooth muscles, and these smooth muscles, circular muscles, contract and relax, and creating a wave-like movement they produce, which lead the food, which pushes the food to digestive carry into the digestive system. Dear students, for example, this is food pie, and this is a spherical body. This is food. So this is bolus. And in the next phase, usually the bolus is moved down because now this part got relaxed and this part got contracted, contraction and relaxation, and that create a wave-like movement, and that wave-like movement lead the food towards the lower parts of the digestive system. This is very important for the movement of the food. But sometimes it becomes in opposite direction. If the peristalsis is in the direction from the oral cavity towards the stomach, then this is called as peristalsis. But if that peristalsis got in opposite direction, peristalsis in opposite direction, then this is called as antiperistalsis. And what is the result of the antiperistalsis? That the result of antiperistalsis, the food will move towards the mouth and it will result in vomiting. So vomiting is actually antiperistalsis. This is peristalsis in the opposite direction. Vomiting is a very important safety mechanism that if you eat something that is wrong, vomiting is a technique by which it will be expelled out. So this is about peristalsis. The next part is the esophagus. Esophagus is also called as a food pipe. This is a 25 centimeter long tube. And it is usually main peristalsis occur at the esophagus, where it pushes the food into the stomach. Dear students, if you discuss the function of the esophagus, or if you want to know about the function of the esophagus, so no digestion takes place, no digestion, but it is a tube which move the food to stomach. So it's just a passageway, not more than that. No digestive function. The esophagus has 25 centimeter long tube. This is, and same composition of the wall, just like all alimentary canal. Serosa, muscular, smooth muscles, submucosa, and mucosa. Serosa, muscular, submucosa, and mucosa. And these are the four layers of the esophagus. Now, I think we need to move towards the next part, which is stomach. So let's start the stomach. Dear students, now the important part of the digestive system, which is called the stomach, we will discuss. So stomach is the enlarged part of alimentary canal. It's usually, when it's empty, it's J-shaped. Dear students, it receives the food from esophagus and it got empty into small intestine. Now let's discuss the structure of the small of the stomach, structure of the stomach. This end is called as cardiac end. And here we have a sphincter, a wall, which is called as cardiac sphincter. And this end is called as pyloric end. And also we have a sphincter. That sphincter is called as pyloric sphincter. This part, the enlarged part, is called as fundus. If we examine the wall structures, and 4 layers it have. The outermost layer is called serosa. Then muscular layer, which is subdivided into 3 main parts: the outer longitudinal, the second one circular vessels, and the third one oblique. The third one layer is called as submucosa. And the final one is called mucosa. So 4 layers wall composition it have. First layer of the longitudinal. The second layer is called as circular. Third layer is called as oblique, oblique muscles. One is serosa. And this one is called as submucosa. And then the final one, this is called as mucosa. Dear students, the mucosa layer is made up of columnar, epithelium, and in mucosa layer there are some pits. These pits are called gastric pits, which consist of some secretory cells, which are as following. First is parietal. Parietal cells. Second one is zymogen. Cells are chief cells, and the third one are the endocrine cells. Parietal or auxentic cells produce HCl plus intrinsic factor. What is the function of intrinsic factor and HCl we will discuss in the function. Zymogen cells secrete an inactive enzyme called pepsinogen. And the endocrine cells secrete a hormone called gastrin. These pits are of this shape. Parietal cells. cells are called as chief cells or zymogen cells. The green cells are the endocrine cells. And these are the parietal or auxentic cells. Parietal or auxentic. So dear students, this is all about the structure of the human stomach. Now we will lead to the function of the stomach. So stay with me. Next is the function of the stomach. Dear students, usually stomach perform two functions, two types of digestion. The two types of digestion usually occur in the stomach. First is mechanical digestion. The circular muscles in the stomach produce contraction. Circular muscles will contract. They produce wave, and these waves are important for the mixing of foods. And this mixing of food and this contraction, this phenomena is called as churning. After the churning, the food is converted into a thick fluid, which is called as chyme. In chemical digestion, the parietal cells are the auxentic cells. These are also called auxentic cells. They secrete two types of secretion they have. One is strong HCl, whose pH is 1 to 3. The most probable is 2 pH it have. So the pH of HCl is a strong acid, so its pH is close to 2. And one is the intrinsic factor. The intrinsic factor actually binds with vitamin B12. So make it more absorbable into the ileum part of the small intestine. This is actually intrinsic factor is a glycoprotein. HCl, first function of the HCl is that it will kill all the germs. All the germs will be killed. Secondly, it will attack on the proteins, causing denaturation. Some surface protein bonds will be broken. And the third one, that it will stop the digestion of carbohydrate because why? Because amylase enzyme that was present in the cell was still it was functioning, so its function will be stopped by that HCl. And the fourth function is that it will activate, it will create acidic environment and for the activation of pepsinogen, so the zymogen cells will secrete pepsinogen. That pepsinogen will be activated by, because this is an inactive enzyme, so it will be activated and will be converted into pepsin by the HCl. So that pepsin will attack on the protein and will disturb some of the covalent bonds in the protein and thus will break down protein not into amino acid but into peptides. So this is a complete digestion inside the stomach. No carbohydrate digestion usually observed. Only protein digestion is being facilitated. Now this food this chyme will be pushed towards the pyloric sphincter, and where it will get into a small intestine, where rest of the digestion will take place. But the protein's digestion is also incomplete because we need to convert protein into amino acids, but they are converted into peptides, so it's not a complete digestion. That's why digestion in the stomach is called as incomplete digestion. Now let's move towards the next topic, the role of the nervous system. So the pleasant smell of the food activate the tactile muscles, the tactile nerves, and these tactile nerves stimulate the medulla, part of the brain, which starts secreting a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. This acetylcholine not only acts on the parietal cells but also on the endocrine cells. This endocrine cells start secreting of gastrin, which come into blood, circulate, and again they come to parietal cell and zymogen cell, parietal cell and the zymogen cells. So secreting additional amounts of the gastric juice. The additional amounts of usually 2 to 3 liters of gastric juice is produced per day. All the secretions of the stomach are called gastric juices. Dear students, but it depends upon the presence of the amino acid in the stomach. It's also to the stomach, and next lecture inshallah we will try to explain the digestion in the small intestine and then whatever in the next part, large intestine. Hope that you people got good understanding of our today's lecture. See you in next lecture. Allah Hafiz.